Hello, this is Paper Reverie with Christy. Today I'm going to bring you a junk journal haul. I've been saving up these items for the past few weeks, and today I wanted to share them with you. So we'll go ahead and start off with some ribbon. I was able to find these 8 rolls of ribbon for 50 cents. Which is always fun. I don't have any of these colors, so this will be nice. And there are, 3 fall colors in here that I'll be excited to use those in some fall journals coming up. At a garage sale also, I was able to find some rolls of tickets, blue and red. The red roll I was able to get for $1.50, and the blue roll I was able to get for 75 cents. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I will have these probably my entire life, so I'll just try and use these up or share some maybe in some journal packs or something coming up. So I thought that was fun. Next is this Reader's Digest from August of 1951. I do believe this is in German, but I'm not quite sure. If you know, you can let me know in the comments. That would be great. But I thought for 25 cents, August of 1951 Reader's Digest was a fun find. And this will be a great addition to any vintage journal. I think these are going to be some fun, nice pages to put in there. I also found some applique patterns, and there's a chicken, a dog, cat, and grandpa's pickup truck. And these were 50 cents for all 4. And I just thought that, breaking these patterns down in just some pages of this, this size would fit really good in a, 9x6 journal. So that'll be a fun addition. I have some macrame books. I got 4 for 50 cents. And so these are from the 1970s, which is going to be fun again for any, vintage journal, anything like that these will be fun pages to add. Also, at another yard sale, I was able to find a box of books, and they were giving these away for free. So anytime you find free books, you take them if you're a junk journaler. So this one is just a woodworking magazine, and black and white I thought was going to be a fun addition. I also do like anything with home decor, anything that bright colors. So I'm sure I'll be able to find a few pages in there. These 3 just have some recipes in there, so I can use those for any journals that have cooking or home stuff. So maybe I'll try one of these recipes. And then this is a huge book on decks, and again, there's just lots of bright colors in here, floral, and I just love anything like that. I do love anything floral as far as junk journaling and in my house for that matter. So that's going to be a fun book to use. All right, so next, these are things that I was able to find in my mother's basement. We've been going through a few things, and I was able to find this old ledger, which has some writing in here. I did look, and this is from the 70s, 1974 to be exact, but I loved it because there was some blank pages. These numbers are fun, and just the vintage, the age of this ledger is just going to be so nice to use. This, I was at my mother-in-law's and we were going through her fabric and she gave me this. She said she wasn't going to be using it. So I thought, oh, this is going to be really fun to make a journal cover for fall. Maybe I can use some of the ribbon. So that was super cute. At my mom's, there was multiple old calendars, and I was able to bring home some of these, and I really do like them a lot. This one, 1975, but just these old pictures in here, I thought was going to be a good addition to my journal making. This one is from 1976. So again, just some great pictures that will be awesome to use. This one was probably my favorite out of them all because it has these little pockets in here. And I think just putting them, on their side in, a 9x6 journal, I think maybe just taking off a little bit of this top part here so it would fit, and then you can just tuck, anything in here, any journal cards or anything like that. And I thought that this would make a great addition too. The pictures are obviously lovely, and again, coming up on fall, so I could use that in there. This is just another calendar. I thought using this maybe with some gesso or something, painting that with white gesso, that would give you a writing place, but still have that old background, that old looking background. And then being able to use these plain pages as journaling spots or places in a glue book or something, something like that. So same thing with this one. I just thought, the calendar, the numbers, any of these old notes in here, I just thought was fun. These were just some old pages, just calendar pages, and then, being able to tuck those in or using those as a journal page. This was a runner's catalog, or this was a runner's calendar from 1979. And I do like these black and white pictures. I thought some of these would be just interesting to use in my journals. These kids running. Yeah, so that will be fun. I am interested in doing just a black and white journal. I thought that would be fun. That would be hard for me just because doing black and white, I think, would be challenging because I do love color. This is just going to be using this calendar as just journal pages in a journal. My mom also had this Daphne's Diary magazine that she was done using. So, of course, if anybody brings color, it's definitely Daphne's Diary. So maybe I'll look through this first and then utilize some of these colorful images here. So thank you, Mama. All right, the next few things are going to be from a garage sale, and then I believe the Ark, and then there's a few things that I have from Hobby Lobby too that I want to share. So I found this fabric at a garage sale. I believe I was able to get all of these pieces of fabric for $5. So I'm hoping to do a natural, something that has just more natural colors. I loved these bees. They were so cute. And then just these natural, you know, colors I thought was going to be great. This with these beautiful little flowers. And then this one, this here, and then this. I think that will be a great addition to just a natural color journal. At the Ark, here we go. I was able to find some doilies. These were 99 cents, and I don't believe that this has been opened, so it's a pack of 100. So I thought that was going to be fun, and they're small enough, so they're going to be easy to use. And we all love these little bags. So this little bag of trim bias tape I was able to find, and I think, let's see, this one was $1.99. So there's just this lace, some pink lace. This was fun, just this navy blue with some red design. It'll be fun. Oh, some floral. This is, I believe, bias tape. And then this with the roses and the green in there as well. And then we have some pink trim. I think this might be, no, it's not stretchy. I thought it was elastic, but it's just pink trim. And then this with the little X's, I thought that was really cute. And this looks pretty old, so I think that'll be a fun addition. And then some pink bias tape. And next here, I'll bring you some books. So this one was just a more like a magazine, but this was $2.29, but I believe with my discount, I do believe that I got this for half off. But this is going to be just a great book to you know, use these pictures in a journal. And even these, you know, pages will be good to use. All right, this is a coloring book, and let's see, this is a coloring book, and no coloring in this, so it's brand new, and these will be some good pages to add as well. Here is a quilter's book. So this is going to bring lots of colorful images as well to add, and that will be nice. But I did like these black and white photos as well. But this is such a great book, and I want to say, oh, okay, somebody gave this to Jean in 1983. So this one was, the copyright was 1978. So that's fun. I'm always looking for atlases, and I'm hoping to do a Colorado journal, but here's just some atlas books as well, and maps are always a great thing to put into your journals, and there's some nice colorful pages in there. This is Colorado, that's where I live, so we do have so many beautiful places and things to see here, and so I'd like to do a Colorado journal, and I know that there's so many people that love Colorado as well, and I think that that would be a fun one to make. This is just a camper's guide for Colorado, so again, just another great addition for a Colorado journal. And this one I thought was fun because this is motor camping around Europe. So there's just lots of pictures in here. And this could be used in a travel journal, which I thought would be a lot of fun as well. And then the next three here, I've got, these are more quilting craft magazines, but the fun thing about these were the patterns in here and just the color of this paper. This is, I believe, yes, from the 70s. So this is November of 1977. So the colors in here are a lot of fun. This quilting book here also, and just these fun colors. I wish I could be a quilter, but I don't have the patience nor the supplies for that. But these pages will be a lot of fun. And then this is a newer magazine. This was from 1995, but I thought for 69 cents, and I may have also gotten this half off. I'm not sure, but 69 cents, if that's what I paid, was still pretty good. So yeah, there's some bright colors in here. And then still at the ARC, I believe, anytime I can find index cards, I'm always pretty excited about that. And I usually find the small ones, and but this one I was able to find this larger size, which I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be really just a great use for some journal cards, or doing some collage or something on these. And this is such a great size, so I was excited to find this. But I mean, there's probably, I don't know, 50 or 75 in this pack, so that was a great find, I thought. And then this is kind of a mess, but this was just some more, I bought it mostly just because of the envelopes, but there was some these were for announcements or invitations, and I just thought that these were really cute and blank, and you can just make them your own. And I thought that those were good. And then I want to say that this other pack back here, this is just some purple, but it has these vellum sheets, which I thought was awesome. But these beautiful lilac colored envelopes I thought were really, really pretty. So I got that as well. And now this stuff is going to be from the Hobby Lobby. And so ribbon, fall, I was really looking forward to fall things. So I was able to find this ribbon, which, right now their stuff is 40% off or something like that for the fall. And then this lace, the cream colored lace, was so pretty. So I got that. And then this is just a little paper pack here, and from the Paper Studio, and just some really pretty darker colors, more like fall colors, I thought, and that'll be fun to use. I do like to do a lot of mixed media, painting, watercolor, things like that. So I did pick up a couple, 3 of these watercolor, 2 watercolor, and a mixed media. And they're just the 4x6 size, which is a great size for cards or anything, tags and things like that. So, and then this, I keep seeing people using these spatulas, and I thought, oh, for glue or paint spreader or something like that, I thought I'd give this a try. And so I was able to find this for $1.79 at Hobby Lobby. And then this was the Paper Studio. I think they had their Paper Studio on sale for 50% off or 40% off, but I was able to get some more fall colors. And this is just that velvet ribbon. All right, so next, this comes from a antique shop, we stopped at 2 that day, and I was able to find just these beautiful little buttons. And I just thought that those were so sweet. So they have a little, you know, crystal, little diamond looking piece there in the middle, which I thought was so sweet. And these were $1.50. This was you know, just an old card with buttons on them. I thought, you know, for $1, I just thought it was sweet, and I liked the that they were still on their original packaging, which it looks like maybe they used 1, but I'm lucky to have 6. This was an old photo, and I just thought he was just so handsome. And, you know, it's always fun just to find these old photos. And he was $1.50. And then this old photo, it still has this, you know, fabric. Maybe this was the binding in a, you know, in a book. But these photos were just really, I thought, really cool. And then the lady was working on her booth there, and she did say that she could let me have a pretty good deal on these photos. So I was able to find some photos that I liked. So this couple here with this old car, and this has a stamp on it from August of 1937. So that was a cool find. And this group here, I just thought they were just cool. I just thought that was a cool photo. I don't know. There's not a date on this one, but I just thought this group was just cool. And this is just an old envelope from 1926, maybe. And I just thought that was going to be a great thing to add into a journal. And then this is an old postcard, and I'm not sure if it says where it's from, but this was Miss Millie Harris. I believe they were sending this to her. And then these 3 on this dock here. I thought they were really cool. And I don't know. It doesn't have a date on here. I was able to find a couple of old books, and this was a spelling book. And this is obviously seen better days, but I was just really in love with just the paper and the pictures, and I just thought this was really going to be fun to use. This one I just loved because I just thought this little girl was so cute. Honey Bunch, her first auto tour. So this I did pay a little bit more, and I don't think that I will use this in a journal, but you know, I may just use this and put it on my shelf just to look at, just because I just thought she was just too cute on the front cover. And maybe I'll read the story here and see what adventure she's going on. So, and then this was just the packaging from my what I purchased there. They put the pictures in this little paper sack, which I thought was super cute. And you know, we can all use these, put them in half, and then use this as a little pocket. So that will be fun to put in. And then this was just the paper sack that everything came in, and I will definitely use that. And then here, again, Colorado. So I'm able to, I'll be able to use some of these pages in a Colorado journal. And this was such a good find, and I think it was relatively inexpensive, so that'll be fun. All right, so these next items came from a Foothills Flea Market. This is in Fort Collins, Colorado, and they have some really good good booths there. So I was able to find all of this rickrack, and it's all you know, it's older for sure, but this is so cute. This little blue and white bias trim, and I thought that that was just adorable. And I think I got them all for 50 cents. And this green, same as the blue, and then always wanting some brown, so I got let's see, three of the brown rickrack, and then a black. So, and again, these were just 50 cents. There was a booth there, and she had just a ton of stamps. And so I was able to find these sets here, and this little set here has just all green stamps in it, and these were $1 each. And then this is just some beautiful like reds and browns, and then these were pinks and reds here, and then there's some orange, and then these were some blue stamps, and they're from all over the world, so those will be fun to use. I did find some milk bottle caps. I did, you know, pay $2 for these, but there are 2 packs, and I think that there's like 15 in each pack. And then I was able to find some postcards here also, and some of these have some writing on them, and they were just, I just loved some of these pictures. This one looks like 1972, it looks like, but I just thought that these were just too sweet. This is Best Wishes for Christmas, and it was a postcard, looks like 1924, so whoops, sorry. And then this one looks like an old mountain town, and these were all 25 cents a piece, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. And this is just so pretty. And the writing here is just so lovely. And this was from Chattanooga, Tennessee, the National Military Cemetery. So, and then this group of guys, they must be like going to work or something, maybe. And then this gal, she was just so cute with her smile, and this must be her as well. So I felt like, you know, she would just be a really cute addition to my journaling. I got a few, just 2 books here. This was just a hobby craft, you know, craft magazine. But I loved all of the ads, you know, just and then of course just the paper was just a beautiful color, and I thought that that would be really really lovely to add. And then this Murder on the Highways, I don't know really what this is about, but I just thought that the color of these pages was just fun. I'll probably have to look through this and make sure there isn't anything you know, too crazy to go in a journal, but I just thought the page color was just wonderful. 1965. But I'm just looking, I wanted to see what I paid for those. It looks like $20 for all of it. I just felt, you know, pretty good about it. And I do like to support any, you know, of the vendors and their booths, because I used to do that. I had a booth a few times, and I always appreciated, you know, when people stopped by and really enjoyed what we had. So, all right, and last, this is my favorite haul, my favorite part of the haul. I went to a creative reuse center, and it has any kind of art supplies that you could even think about, that everything is donated and then they sell it, and for really, really inexpensive prices. So this was just my favorite day. I went with my daughter, and she was able to find some things that she wanted to use in a craft project that she's got going. So here we go. I'll start here. So I was able to find some more rickrack, obviously. I do love it, but there was this beautiful pink and this green, and then just this really beautiful white, and it's just so I just thought that would just be really pretty in a journal. I got this little bag of buttons. They had, you could fill a bag, not a very big bag, but I was able to get a few buttons for $2, and they just had so many buttons, and so these are the ones that I chose. I always look for lace and little bits of trim, and I was able to find these two, and this one was 75 cents, and I believe there's 16 inches in here, and then this little one was 50 cents, and I believe that there's about 10 inches of trim, and I think that will just be lovely on an edge, or you know, the spine of a junk journal, and I can't wait to use it. All right, I did find this Fisker's cutter, and it just has such a cute pattern with this floral here. It does work really well. So I'm just gonna, let me grab a piece of paper here, and I will show you the what it does here. And there, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cute on the edge or on the top of a tag or something like that. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's going to be so cute. So of course I had to get that. I did find multiple cards and postcards. So I found these two cards. They're just a blank card that you know, you could just put, you know, some sort of you know, piece of ephemera on here and make your own, you know, note card, or put this in a journal as, you know, a journal card that you could just tuck in and somebody could write in there. These were just some photos, and they had these, I believe they were 10 cents. I just got 5, but this was a couple's wedding. And this was October of 1970, this one. And then these 3 guys, I just thought that they looked interesting. And this was just a mountain scene, but I just loved the flag in the background. I thought that was cool. And just some trees. And then I think that this might be the same couple at their wedding. Maybe they were, you know, just leaving after getting married. So. And then I did find some postcards. And this one. And I believe these were 25 cents. That one. And then I have this old calendar, which it's pretty large, but I just wanted to use it for the calendar pieces because they were a really nice size, and I thought that that would be a fun addition to a journal. And then this was, I believe it's a baby announcement, but there's these sweet little peacocks on here, and they're proud to announce the birth of their child. But there's, I believe, 8 in here, and then the envelopes, and then you can, you know, there's a spot for the baby's name and the weight and the parents. But this was $2, and it probably paid a little bit too much for it, but I really, I just thought that these peacocks were just so cute. This, I think I probably also paid up for, but Beatrix Potter's work is so beautiful. I really, really love it. The great thing about this book is that these are postcards, and so they, there's just, I'm not sure how many, but maybe 20. And then it's just all of her, not all of it, but some of her work, and they're just postcards. So these are just, the colors are just so lovely. The rabbit and this floral here. But what a great, you know, thing to be able to tuck these into any pocket and then be able to journal on the back of these. And wouldn't even have to do anything else to them, you know, just tuck it in there. And I just thought this was a great find. My daughter actually found it, and she was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna love this. And of course I do, so that was fun. Here is a calendar from 1982, and this also, the pictures in here you can use as a postcard or tuck it into any journal. So I believe that this is perforated here, or maybe you just cut along here, and then you can use this as a postcard or a journal card. And then this was just from 1980. It was just a calendar, and some recipes on here, which I thought was fun. But some of the artwork I just thought was really sweet. Yeah, I just thought that was a fun find. I think this was 25 cents. Then here, these are, my daughter's working on a project with slides, and she's going to use old slides that she got from my my mother-in-law has a bunch of old slides from, you know, when my husband was young, and when my father-in-law was in the military and things like that. And my daughter's going to use these and put photos in here, but she's going to use these to make a lamp. And the really fun thing is that we found at this Creative Reuse Center, we found this whole bag of just random slides, and it was $5, and I just thought that's just going to be so much fun. And there's a lot of floral. She's looked in there. There's a lot of floral and buildings and, you know, just, you know, random people, I think, which makes it pretty interesting. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And when she starts working on it, maybe I'll share, you know, how she's coming along with that project. So that'll be a lot of fun. And next is some books, and these were all $1. All their paperback soft cover books were $1, and this was just on needlepoint. which is going to be just some fun pages for journaling. And this was another child craft book, and I'm not sure what the date is on this, and it looks like 1964, which, how cool, you know, just the pictures in here were just so sweet. This one was wood carving, and just these pages I thought were really awesome. And the Card Maker's Bible. So just being able to use these or get some ideas, you know, I don't do any card making. I used to do scrapbooking and card making years ago. I just don't, you know, do any of that anymore. My focus is on, you know, paper, junk journals, things like that. And the reason I bought this was because, you know, maybe using, you know, some of these pictures as embellishments, or, you know, using those as a little, you know, just to decorate any page. And this was for machine embroidery. So just the colors in this book were fantastic. All of these colors speak to me, so this is going to be fun. And then I do love to draw and paint and sketch, and this Jane Davenport drawing book, this is going to be fun. You know, it's teaching you to, you know, draw faces and people, and I thought that that would be fun to work on and, you know, learn from. Probably not going to use this one in a junk journal, but probably just use it as a reference. And then these two guys, I couldn't resist. I just thought just the vintage, the age of this magazine, of this catalog, I thought was just too much. I had to get it. And this was, well, it says 1966, but then it also says 1982. So I'm not quite sure how old this one is, but I just thought that these pictures were just too funny. So I'll be excited to add these guys into a journal. And then here we're wrapping up. So the only fabric I got were these two pieces here. And I do love anything that is, you know, just upholstery fabric, just because I can use this as a journal cover. This one I know is, you know, I'm assuming it's floral, but it also reminded me of, you know, like animal print, you know, in a way. I think probably the colors, but I just thought that that would be fun for, you know, a journal cover. And then this beautiful, you know, piece of fabric, just the green and the blue and the cream was just so beautiful together. And this is going to be an awesome journal cover. So cannot wait to use this one for sure. And then last but not least, while I was there at this creative reuse store, I just had to, one, because I didn't have a bag big enough for everything that I bought, but I did want to support them. So I was able to get this tote. And so the name of the store is Art Parts. And again, it's the Creative Reuse Center, and it's in Boulder, Colorado. And I was just in my element. I walked in and I just could not believe everything that they had. And just the prices were so awesome. And I just cannot wait to start using all of these things that I got. That is all for today, and I certainly thank you so very much for sticking with me. If you're if you're still watching, I thank you so much. I look forward to bringing you some more haul videos for the for junk journals. I'm super excited, and I will see you then. Again, thank you so much, and have an awesome day.